The Family Law Center supports survivors of family violence, so anybody who has experienced family violence or who is a survivor of family violence.
They can walk in person, and anyone here would just do the intake process of doing their financials, gathering in all their information, making sure that they're eligible for legal aid and meet the FLC criteria process.
So we have lawyers who will represent clients, providing them with representation and legal advice. And we also have an advocate in both of the centers that also supports clients with their non-legal issues.
It's kind of like a one-stop shop for our clients who are experiencing family violence and getting all the support that they can in one organization, one spot. And we assist in all family law issues, including parenting issues, support issues, and also property issues in the Supreme Court side. Going to court with clients, helping them fill out applications or helping them go to the bank, which is also like further support that they may need in order to leave their abusive relationships.
In order to access the Family Law Center, individuals can call our Vancouver office and go through the intake process, or they can reach out to our Family Law Centers directly and proceed through those offices.
It's a very welcoming space for everyone and anyone.
Most clients just feel really happy that I was able to listen to them. I was able to refer them to other resources. Even if I meet clients who are not eligible for the FLC, I can still provide them support with like other legal services or community resources, or even just listening to them and just giving them that feeling that they feel supported.
We have people on the team who speak more than one language. We also have access to supports and language services that sometimes other organizations can't afford. Being able to tell the story that they want to tell in the manner and in the language that they want to tell is generally very beneficial for these clients.
We're really providing a lifeline to those that are the most vulnerable in our community that have left very dangerous situations, and this is an opportunity to create safety for them and their children, and also an opportunity to help them build their lives.